don't mind me, guys. You've just caught me in the middle of kind of cheesing with the dozer a little bit, because I want to open up a little bit of a space here that I can maybe set up some conveyors. At the moment, I'm trucking it all the way back to the system that I've got set up. I say all the way back, it's not like it's a million miles away, but it is a slow process. If every scoop that I take, I have to go take it down there, sort it out that way. Whereas if I can set up something in here that's like a, well, basically a drop box that runs the conveyor system so it connects up to each other, then obviously that's going to be much better off. In order to do that, I want to get it in a position where I can swing the front end load around, and until I sort of pushed this out of the way and dug this out of the way, whatever you want to call it, I didn't particularly have the space to do that, so that's what we're doing right now. Also, I guess I gotta owe you guys an apology. Videos on this game are very infrequent. Truth be told, it's sometimes it's a love-hate relationship between me and Out of War, I'll admit that much. And that sometimes I'm just ready, I just want to keep digging a hole and digging a hole and digging a hole, and other times, I don't know, I feel that I need more from a game. I need more reason to be doing something. So when I get in that kind of mindset, it's really tricky to drop on here and just do a video where I'm just digging a hole with arguably no real purpose. And I was thinking about this too, and it's like, well, how would they give you purpose in this game? In that respect, how would they gamify this game? And that's the point, I guess. You know, I've always said about its patience, and it's one of those games that you have to play in a particular way. It's not something you can rush. It's not something that's got that kind of thing to it. You just take your time with it and you play it, and that's that. So it is an escape as well. Don't get me wrong. When you play all those absolutely crazy games and everything's all, I don't know, fast-paced, or there's always got to be doing something, you're always busy doing something, and you come to Out of War and it's like what you do is what you make of it. But yeah, you know, some days I'm all for that, other days I just can't face it, truth be told. It's more of a slog than I wish it to be. You know, I'd like to have purpose. I'd like to sit there and go, okay, so today I want to do this because this is the goal that I'm trying to achieve. And at the moment, it is early access, obviously. But at the moment, there isn't that sort of feel to it. You are realistically just trying to earn a lot of money, and when you get to a point, that money doesn't do anything anyway. So there's no goal in some respects. It's all, I will dig this hole to earn some money so that I can get better equipment, but then once I've leveled up and got better equipment, what's my motivation, you know? What's my driving factor to keep going? Now for some, you know, some people might be okay with that, and their driving factor might be they want to terraform the entire place, smash it all to the ground, and I don't know, almost level it all out, or just dig away, and that's cool. And fair play if they can do that. Others might want to build these crazy factory systems that do all sorts of different things and have different processes, and, you know, move stuff from this area to that area, and that's cool too. But ultimately, it just feels like even though they want to do that kind of stuff, it still has no real end goal to it in a way. You know, you can want to build all these really cool factories and stuff, but in the end, it doesn't even matter, as they say. I'm going to have a problem here. I need to get this sort of in the ground there somewhere. Now, the next problem that we're going to face, how we link those up. I need to go up on that first one, actually. Just so I can get through, just so I can get past it. So we've got a load of money in the bank, happily. So we can come over here and we can buy a lot of stuff. I think if we add 2 up, that'll be okay. And then straights, I don't have a clue how many straights we're going to need. Let's go for 10. Puts us on a steady amount of money. We go 2 up, come on, up. There we go. It should be high enough to get over the top of anything at the minute. And now I can't reach what I tried to reach. Okay, so up we go. I did think about getting an excavator and a dump truck and doing it that way. But the dump trucks are... I think I can only get the T20 or the T30. I don't know if they have been fixed, I suppose is the best way to put it. Their capacity, because their capacities are all the same. They have had a price tweak, so they are different prices now. So maybe they also do offer different capacities now. I'm not going to be able to reach this. How can I do this? I could use this as a little... Or maybe I can't. Oh, up again. There we go. Yes, there we go. So, how's it going to line up? Probably pretty badly. I was also thinking, one of the things with this game is you can overload the conveyors so things take time to process. So I was thinking about, well, would it be better to get a sorter really early on down here? So, you know, it's only like 1-2 conveyors into a sorter. And then the sorter will split the dirt, which I can then run through the wash plant. And then keep it as 2 separate lines so that it doesn't get overloaded. But in theory, the amount that we can pump through is still pretty good. Does that make any sense? I hope it makes sense. Now with this, I need to kind of box this in a bit. Go one more. You know, it might be easier if I go one more, actually. If I could reach it. I just think if I come one more, it'd be easier to use roof pieces to kind of tuck it down and underneath. Yeah, we're not quite there just yet. So if I bring it once more out, then I can use various different roof pieces to guide guide the terrain, guide the dirt, whatever, into the rest of the conveyor system. Light. Can't get over the light. There we go. Yeah, so we're there, and then we can just kind of bring that in down to the left a bit. In fact, we might even get away with like a left conveyor or right conveyor even. Go for some of that, a couple of this, and then a hammer. We needed that. So, this is what we're going to be needing. Can I snap this to anything? No, it doesn't auto-snap to anything, does it? Does it? Does it? Does it? Does it? I'm too far away to reach. I'm too short. Alright, let's get some blocks. Let's not jump around. Let's get some blocks. Right, so, need this here so that we can bring... Does it come down? There we go. Then... underneath. Interesting. Okay. So one more there. There we go. Then that's that there, that there. As long as we make sure that this is right so it doesn't disappear through things. That one's not needed. We're going to need a wall. Going to let me put one in? There. And I guess it's going to roll down here. It's getting dark. I'll flick the lights on in a sec. There we go. Should get a little bit lighter again. So it's there. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Oh, I needed one more piece, but I would say that's pretty much where we want it to be. I guess I could use the blocks. I've got the blocks. I could use the blocks. There we go. So, dirt drops down. Remove that one. Connect it to that. Dirt drops down. Boom, 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 boom. In it goes. Jobs are good. And trial it. That should be okay. I don't see why it wouldn't be. We'll give it a trial. We'll give it a test run and we'll find out. If anything, it's going to be the box at this end is going to be too high. That'd be fine. But I do need... Oop, where are we? Send the front end loader at it. Yeah, good one. I do need to have like a little backstop. There we go. Just a little bit of summit. So then we're going to have to scoop this into here. Something like that anyway. Chuck it down. Wow, it shoots out of there. So we are going to need a couple more of these pieces up here just to make sure it doesn't go too far over, but yeah, that works. Ooh, it's going too far over here though. It does what we want it to do. Awesome. Job well done, I think. That saves me running backwards and forwards with the wheeled loader or a dump truck or anything else. Less than ideal, but it'll do the job nicely. Just going to swap these out. So we want some slope pieces, and I'll buy a few more because down there it looks a little bit wild. So, what should we say? Let's get 14 because we only need a few here, and then the rest we might need to put down there. There we go. So as long as it all stays reasonably contained, we should be good. We should be able to get some... Well, it's a quicker process, isn't it? I don't have to drive that distance now. I just have to work this and backwards and forwards here instead. Super. I'm not really seeing it shooting out like it did do when we did the trial, though. Maybe I can't see the distance over here. What am I stuck on? There we go. Oop, not turning very well. Need to sort my levels out. All uphill and down dale, as they say. There we go. I didn't put this in a very good place. I'm slipping and sliding all over the shop. Alright, there we go. And again, oop, all through the bucket. Go take a look down here, just to make sure nothing's going everywhere. Pretty well contained. Oh, sugar lumps. Yeah, I think if I just squeeze maybe a couple more here. You know, I could actually remove all of this stuff. Use these pieces instead. Yeah, there we go. It's got a little bit more of a, I don't know, like a box vibe to it, I guess. Let's Just trying to keep everything going in the right place rather than having straight bits. They are what they are. I could thin them down and use a bit of wall piece, but it is what it is. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it there. Finally, job is a good one. Yep, no, it is what it is. We can carry on. Dig all this out. Hey, all of it. It's going to take us a while to get all of it. But yeah, going in the right direction. The fact that this is seeming to be lithium anyway, again, not checked it, just taken a wild guess because of how it looks. So it should be a good money earner, and in all fairness it is. We've paid off the loan already. All of this money is ours. And yeah, you don't get that when it's not lithium. And I don't know if they do any more ores in big deposits. I know you have coal and you have lithium, but I don't know if they've got any of the other stuff. Like, I've never seen a giant gold deposit or anything like that, or rubies or anything like that. I've seen bits of them, but not a huge amount. So potentially it might be all it is. There might not be anything else. So we could very well be looking at lithium and coal. Hopefully that changes in the future updates. It would be nice to be able to hit a gold mine. But at the minute, I don't actually know if that's how it sets out. Because I was going to say, at the minute, you get your gold more through your pay dirt than you do anything else. But I can't say if I've ever particularly noticed an area of pay dirt that has a substantial more amount of a particular resource. That might be how it works. Maybe nobody's particularly really paid any notice of it. I don't really know how you'd tell without having storage containers and literally digging an area and seeing what you get out of the storage container. There's no real way to know for sure if a particular area is high in a particular resource, unless it's an obvious massive chunk of it, like the coal and the lithium. I mean, you could drill it, you could test and dip with a drill, but my understanding of the drill is it really only sort of tests where it's drilling at the minute. So if I go send the drill through, it's going to test that very specific spot, which is cool. But then I could move the drill like half a yard either way and it not register gold, and then I could drive, you know, a mile away and register gold, and it'd be like, oh, there's gold here and here, so this must all be gold. But it might not be even close to that. It might just be very specific to that little dip of the drill. I don't know. If anybody knows anything on that, that'd be cool to hear your insights on it. But for now, whoa, I need to work this out a lot better. I'm questioning whether to get the compactor. I don't think it'd actually benefit me here. I'd be better off just using the dozer and just sorting things out away from the box. Just give me some sort of level terrain or something. Because I have ended up digging a big hole there. Oh, not quite. Should be going this way, not down into the hillside, rather than down through to the ground. We were supposed to be eating across this so that I could go upwards and attack it in sort of 2 steps, because it's such a long strip. It's going to sort of do it in half and half. So I'll attack this one first and go up that way, get the rest of it, and then once all that's cleared out, attack it from the bottom there, and nom nom. Yeah, else what's left. But yeah, due to my poor driving and my poor front end loader skills, I'm just digging big craters everywhere now. There has been a little bit of a hot fix since last time I played. We had the update, and then now we've got a little bit of a hot fix that was supposed to help out I think it was conveyors were like doubling the amount of stuff that you put into them. So you got twice as much out as what you put in. I kind of feel that maybe the front end loaders had a little bit of a hotfix as well. I don't honestly think it has. There was nothing in any sort of notes or anything to say that. But if you remember, I sort of saying about how it seems to come to an abrupt stop. It doesn't do that now. It seems like it comes to a bit of an abrupt stop, but then it's got a little bit more give in it, where it will just go that little bit more. It's like here, it kind of stops, and now it's like bouncing a little bit, and then it starts to shove in. It wasn't doing that after the update. So I think that's something that's been tweaked ever so slightly, which is good enough for me. I quite enjoy it. I like to be able to pile in, but in terms of the whole dirt lock situation, I do find myself using the dirt lock far more now than I ever really wanted to. Just when the update dropped, it was a case of the natural dirt lock as it was, it would just happens, seemed to be okay, but potentially for me, because of the terrain that I'm now on, I have noticed that I'm needing the dirt lock a lot more because I am losing a lot more stuff out of the bucket. In my head, it's stuff that doesn't make sense, because it's like it's level. It's a level load, and then it seems to bounce out from somewhere. There doesn't seem to be any loose pieces, and then all of a sudden, I don't know, some loose piece appears from nowhere, and away you go. But we've got that dirt lock button for a reason. Utilise it where you need it. It doesn't really help an awful lot, but it does save you little bits, and the little bits are going to make up the big bits. So it's about taking the time and being a little bit cautious and finding what works best for us, I guess. I definitely need to get the dozer on here because I have snookered myself very much so. There we go. And everything, is that all we've got? Here we go. Right, I need to get him out of the way so that we can sort of level it out around this here conveyor belt. Because at the moment it's not really doing much of anything. We don't have any build up or anything back here. I'll just go check this first. Everything is looking good, nothing's stuck up there. Beautiful. Let this load in. And away we go. So, I'm going to try and back up to where the front end loader is and go forwards rather than just going up and pushing, because I want to be sort of straight and somewhat flat with the rest of the terrain that we've got. If we can call it flat, but see what we get to. Now, it's already angling down, maybe a little bit too much. Ooh, here we go. We want to just kind of scoop this out a little bit. Level it all across. I don't want to go downwards because I don't want to end up putting the front end loader in too much of a hole where it can't actually fill the box. Slow and steady. Get stuck underneath. There we go. Tweak it a little bit. There we go, nice. Oh, not too low, not too low, not too low, not too low. I was hoping all of that sort of dirt would fall into that little bit of a hole that we've got there, so it'd level it out. Too low now, isn't it? You watch. Yeah, that looks too low. Oh, we'll see. It's a little smoother than what it was anyway, so that's not all bad. Yeah. We'll just have to see what happens. We'll just grab the loader and try our best. If I tack this, we fall sideways, dip the bucket into the ground and lose it all. Well, that was very successful, wasn't it? Right, there we go. It's a little bit better. It's got rid of the big chunk of a hill anyway. How are we looking when we come to empty? Are we too high, too low? I think we're going to be... Oh, like Goldilocks, we are pretty much just right. Helps if we turn the dirt lock off, though. It'd be nice to bring the back end up a little bit more so that it was actually in a more of a tipping kind of, you know, angle. But we can get to where we're trying to get to. We can do what we're trying to do. That's jolly good. Happy with that. All things considered, we are happy. A little bit of a push. Push, 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 push. No. Beautiful. And tick that off as being a success for the day. We have built what we were looking to get built. And the rest of it, like I say, is just going to be digging this out, which, I don't know. Sometimes it is just a little bit tedious. I have a very, very much got a love-hate relationship with this game. There are days where I just love it because it just gives me the escape and monotony that sometimes you need in life, but then I don't know, sometimes it's a game that you can't cheat your way through, and it's a game that takes time and progress to develop anywhere, and I think it takes a special sort of creator like Split who's got the patience in the world to be able to run a many video series on this game. Fair play to him. But I do apologise if the videos on this from me do come few and far between, or very sporadically. You'll get a couple a week and then you'll get one a week, and then it's trying to understand from a creator's point of view what I need to do for you guys. You want to see some sort of progress, and it's balancing that, getting the progress, getting the videos, and so you guys see what you want to see, but also so you're not just watching the same stuff every week, where it's like, today I dig a hole, and tomorrow I dig a hole, and the next day I dig a hole. It's like I need to deliver some sort of progress and be like, okay, so yesterday we dug a hole and today there's no hill, it's all been flattened. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I should stop worrying so much and just play it as it's meant to be played, nice and cash, and just take the time and just record what we do and just chat as we go through it. I don't know. A little bit of snow brings us a little bit of lag, but it's okay because we're able to dump all of the dirt and the ore. I must admit that I've noticed a lot more of the wheel passing through the back on this than I have ever done before. See how we're just parked up now and the wheel's just poking through the back? I can't say that I've ever had that clip in before. It is something that I do notice, and it's just slightly irritating. It's only a visual thing, it's not hampering me in any way, but I think because I never saw it happening before and then all of a sudden it's happening now, it's just one of those things. But in saying that, I know that they are working on the models and they are working on the drivetrain and stuff, so when all that eventually comes together, that kind of thing shouldn't be an issue at all. Things should just visually be a lot more pleasing. Like we say, it's an early access game. It is constantly in development from the guys who are working as well. It's not like this is what they spend their time doing 24/7. So I appreciate that there is a game out of this. People who are hard at work doing sort of 9 to 5 jobs are also developing a game that they are updating on a monthly basis. So fair play to them. Got to appreciate that. Eventually we're going to get this dirt cleared out so we can actually see what we're looking for in terms of the ore. It's just taking a little time, that's all. Even with the dirt lock on, you see then I was just dropping little bits everywhere. So it's understanding. It's almost like you want to shake the bucket a bit before you really pull off, just to get rid of any excess. Give it a little bit of a wiggle. Because even with the dirt lock on, you still get loose stuff. So it's like you want to go in, get your scoop, get a big old scoop full, put your dirt lock on, back away, give it a wiggle, say a wiggle, you can give it a tip. But this is with dirt lock on. We still got rid of some stuff. But there we go, now we've got a full decent bucket, we're not going to spill anything anywhere now. Run back across. I mean, that's going to get tedious very quickly, isn't it? So we might just have to make do with some spillage. Not the end of the world. Most of the machinery is quite capable of jumping over a little bit of spillage here and there. And if all else fails, we've got the dozer right there anyway, so back out the dozer, get the compactor or something. All will be good. Get out of the bucket, youth. Super. We've just hit over 200,000, so that is money in the pocket. Would say money in the bank, but bank doesn't pay no interest, so it might as well stay in my pocket. We'll earn interest that way. I want to say thanks, guys. I know it's very, very slow progress here, but I appreciate you coming in. I hope to see you again next time. You take it easy, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Bye, everybody.